Hey there, this is the Astro Vibe for Thursday, August 11th. And today there's a full moon in Aquarius. So we're looking at what that full moon reveals about your authentic truth. I'm Marina Ormes, the founder of Astrology Heals at astrologyheals.com. And I do mini readings. You can go check my website out for more information about how to get some support with your very own chart and your own planetary configurations. Today we've got this full moon in Aquarius, and it's a kind of an intense full moon because it is conjunct or next to Saturn, which is also in what we call in astrology a T-square, which is an alignment of planets that activates some challenges, that pushes us like into some feelings of pressure or frustration, or activating our need to find our strength to respond. And again, this all comes back to, with this moon cycle, finding your own voice, sharing your gifts, shining your light. And with the full moon in Aquarius, what is unique about you? What is different about you? How to speak and live and do and be from your own truth. And so some challenges are coming up around this full moon, around taking action, around feeling like you don't have the right words, around feeling like maybe you're not good enough, or you don't have what it takes, right? Like some of those internal voices that we can get tripped up on. What comes up psychologically, spiritually, emotionally are some themes about, what is it you need to work through those blocks for yourself, because your voice is important. Your authentic self-expression is needed by the world. It's needed by, whatever ways that is showing up in your life. So it might be some family members who need you. It might be something in your community where you feel like you could step in and make a difference. It could be the way that you're doing your work that could be more authentic, could be more powerful, could be more meaningful. And, like we were talking earlier this week about speaking truth to power. So maybe some ways that you might need to find your voice and speak up and say what you need to say. And the energy of Mercury being in Virgo is actually helping with that process, because it's getting us to stop and think, okay, how could I get that right? How could I say that in a way that it will land the way I want it to land? And so noticing some of those ways that we need to think twice, we need to kind of think it through, plan our words, get them right, really get them right. And think about how potent that can be when we really take the time to find the right words. And it all comes back to self-care, as I always say, because when you have your cup full, when you have your needs met, you're much more able to find the right words. You're supported, you've supported yourself in a way that allows you to be more clear, right? Have your energy be clear when you are speaking with someone, be in that ability to be present, be paying attention, be listening, all the things that help you connect with that other person, or those powers that be that may need to hear what you have to say. And right, I mean, sometimes the powers that be are not gonna budge. And so it doesn't matter how many right words you find, and that's not your avenue, right? That's not the path to making change. So ask yourself, we talked last week about how to trust yourself and develop that sense of belief in yourself. And when you can listen to your intuition about the right ways to go about things. Don't waste your time running over and over into the same brick wall when you know it's not going to go anywhere. Like, that's not the best place to put your energy. So think about what is, and give yourself that opportunity to get your needs met so that you can be present for yourself and develop that self-trust that allows you to be effective in the ways that you're trying to communicate, the things you're trying to achieve, the ways that you're trying to express yourself. And of course, in your creative work, some of you are healers. How are you listening and paying attention in ways that allow you to support others, clients, patients, customers, people that you might be responsible for or might be able to help? How are you listening and paying attention and supporting people so that also you can be the have that channel of communication open in a way that allows you to say the things you need to say and have them be heard and received in a positive way that allows you and the other person and the whole process to move forward in a positive direction. So we're all learning how to do this, how to do it more effectively, how to, many of us at this time are working on political kinds of activism, volunteering, etc., and helping in your community maybe. So, so maybe looking at some of the ways that you can be more effective in doing that work, just taking that step back to ask yourself, is this working? Would something else work better? Coming together with the people you're working with, collaborating with to do a check on how's the strategy going? Is it working? Do we need to tweak it? What is the messaging that's going to be most effective with that? Mercury in Virgo energy and that ability to improve and keep working on finding the right words. Right on. So Mars is in Taurus, also part of this T-square, getting us to take action in a way that is authentic. We had the Mars Uranus conjunction a few days ago, so really activating that need to be a mover and a shaker and a rebel and a revolutionary, and take the actions that are going to not only shake up the world, but shake it up in a direction of creating the new systems and structures that we want, creating the world we want to live in, and what are going to be the systems and structures that are going to hold who we're becoming as we step into the future and heal some of the things that have been creating harm in our world. Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the energy of this Aquarius full moon. Take a nice deep breath and let yourself just fill with possibility. Let's open to what can be that hasn't even occurred to us yet. And that Aquarian energy really has that feeling of opening the window to some fresh air, thinking outside the box, new solutions that have never even occurred to us, popping in to reality and to our way of thinking. So much possibility. All right. Thank you for being here and for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Check me out at astrologyheals.com. I do have mini readings there if you want to know where this full moon is landing in your chart, what it means for you and your personal process. So we can look at that. And it's a little 10-minute recorded mini reading from me. So thanks for being here, and I will see you next time. Enjoy the full moon.